Well, we were asked to each give a 1 minute talk about what was a highlight of the trip for each of us. For me, that highlight was the bond of friendship that we were able to form with Mario and Patty and their family. It started almost right away as soon as we got there and built over the week. And actually on, I guess it was Thursday night after we had taken the kids to the zoo, Mario and I sat down one-on-one, and although we couldn't speak the same language, we used Google Translate, which doesn't translate perfectly, but we were still able to communicate in a heartfelt way, and a deep way. And then on Friday night, the whole team, together with the whole family except for the kids, the orphans that is, who were in bed, we got together to share, again, for some very, very deep, heartfelt sharing. And then on that same day, on Friday, I had wanted to give my Canada jacket to Mario, and so I did. But then he surprised me because he gave me this vest that I'm wearing today, which he uses in prison ministry. So it was kind of like soccer players trading jerseys after a match. So that was one highlight. There were many others for me.
Peru was great, and I think a highlight for me was going to the zoo because the kids had never been before, and they were really excited, and it was just so great to see these kids with so much joy. And it was great. Like, God taught me a lot of things, and He told me to like trust Him, because I was supposed to go to Iquitos originally, and then it got shifted, and our team just got like really, really small, and then we all got sent to the orphanage, and it was great because we were supposed to do a construction project, and then it got switched around, and we ended up doing an art project instead. And I love art. I love painting, so that was great. So like, God definitely like works, and He like puts you in places where He needs you. And He also like told me that I should be satisfied with what I have, because I have a great family, I have a great house, and I always get upset. I'm like, hey, I don't have the latest iPhone, my life sucks. When really I should just be happy for what I have, because I have a lot. And yeah, so God told me that, and that was awesome.
The trip to Peru was awesome. Just having those kids to love on was great. And I thank the Lord for giving me the opportunity to do that. But for me, one of the highlights was Patty told us that she always wanted some time away. She didn't pray for this. She said she just lied there and said, I just wish I could be away from this for a day. And we get to do that for her. They went away for 2 nights, and we took care of everything in the orphanage. And for them, that was just so awesome. And I thank the Lord for doing that for them.
One of the highlights for me was just connecting with the kids, and like there was the language barrier, like speaking English, and then they spoke Spanish, but they knew like a few words in English and stuff, and just like it was amazing like how we got to communicate like body language, and just asking like Mauricio, the son, he helped us translate and everything, and like really helped. And one of my highlights was just hanging out with the kids, and one of my favorite parts was I was hanging out with 2 little girls, twins, Zarella and Yadira, and just playing tag, and kind of got jumped by the 4 boys and jump ropes, and they kind of tied me to the little play set thingy, and everyone's just laughing on the porch at me, and it was just amazing, just great time we had together, and got to know them. I'm ready to go back and see them, so yeah.
So there were many highlights, of course, you've heard a lot of them already. One of mine was, like what my husband said, is bonding with the people down there, the family and the kids, but also bonding with these guys. And Bernadette's still down there, and they're watching on my iPad over there, so if you guys want to say hi. So anyways, she said to say hi to you. I talked to her in between services, and they're having a good time. Anyways, bonding with these guys was another highlight of the trip. And I didn't know Bernadette very well. I didn't know a lot of these guys very well, but getting to know them was great. I roomed with Bernadette, that's how come I mentioned her more. Anyways. like Austin mentioned, it was supposed to be a construction trip when we first originally heard about this, and I was going to go to Iquitos too, but it ended up getting smaller and smaller until there was just 6 of us, and going to Chaclacayo instead of Iquitos. And we go down there and we don't know what we're going to do because there's 2 guys and 4 women, and 3 of the women are over 50. So we're going, how are we going to do a construction trip? What are we going to do? So God just orchestrated it perfectly. He got us down there, and Patty said she did not even voice this to the Lord, but she had a desire in her heart that the kids' activity room would be painted with a scene from a Bible story. And there just happened to be 3 of us that were artistic on the trip, and so we painted the whole room blue and then did a Noah's Ark theme, as you saw on the PowerPoint. And Bruce is an engineer, and so he plotted out the X and Y axes for the rainbow. We literally had a graph on the wall, and the arch turned out perfectly. So God just orchestrated it perfectly. Who was supposed to be there, and Bernadette and Claire. Bernadette learned the routines of the kids so that while they were gone, while Mario and Patty were gone, they could take over. And Claire did a lot of the cooking, and so it just worked really, really well. And there's probably going to be more trips going down there, and I would advise you, if you ever wanted to go on a missions trip, that you would love this one, and you would love the family, and you'd love the kids, and they need so many people to love on them. And they're just doing great. So thank you very much for praying for us while we were gone.